Good evening and good morning to everybody here. Welcome. I hope you're ready for some exciting races. This evening we have the finals for the SGL 90% Castlevania tournament. We'll be featuring a best of 5 match between tr1sklion and tr1sk. Should be a very exciting show for everyone here. Joining me is going to be my compatriot KCR. How you doing tonight, KCR?
I'm well. How are you doing, Chakra?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty excited to see things kick off here.
Yeah, best of 5 means everybody wins 2 extra, hopefully, right? Then I just mean normally, it's best of 3, and you always hope it to go to see the 3. So let's see if we can get, 5.
Yeah, we're hoping to get the most bang for our Castlevania buck tonight. Any opening thoughts about our racers, our matchup here? Any predictions? What do you think?
It's interesting. I don't want to make too much out of it because we have, there are very few folks that I would say are as much of a machine at this game than tr1sklion. However, we do have sort of the new strats, so as we sit here as a community debating, and then also just sort of as you see the run advance, it's the wiggles, and of the folks doing the wiggles, tr1sk is pretty dang good at that. So I don't know, it's really kind of a toss-up. I think both you and I have seen different stuff happen with runners do different things, and see tr1sk sometimes is like super on with the wiggles, and that means look out because there's a bunch of skips that are going on. So who knows? We'll see. How about
Absolutely.
yourself?
I mean, we're definitely going to see really the upper echelon of Castlevania 1 speedrunning and racing here. As you mentioned, like both of these runners are pretty much like champions of the strats that they kind of like represent in sport, and we're really going to see a treat here, I think, tonight. I actually had the benefit of being able to catch both of them stream their warm-ups, so it was actually really interesting to see what each runner was focusing on before they kind of got into tonight. tr1sk, of course, like bulk of his practice has been on the wiggles. It's what's kind of got him a name in Castlevania right now. But that's also not. That's definitely not the only thing he's good at. He's very consistent in just about every other aspect of the game. tr1sklion his warm up looked a bit more focused on the areas that I think have been giving him trouble the past throughout this tournament. Like there's a lot of level 3 practice, which every runner can attest that is just a big danger point. So definitely some very thoughtful insight went into that practice.
Yep. Both players approaching the bat, and both players getting the bat crit. So neck and neck here, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I will say that neither one of them, it's crazy how quickly tr1sklion can derust this game. Obviously, he had the world record at various points, so no slouch. tr1sk, I would not say he's just a wiggle machine either. tr1sk does kind of everything. So, that's also cool. I think at this point, the real difference you would see, even if you took out the wiggles, say, in this, would be, I think, tr1sklion is used to going for those tiny time saves that you don't necessarily see in races, whereas in tr1sk probably doesn't go for those in PB attempts. But who knows what tr1sk would be doing at this point if the wiggles weren't, RTA viable. So
absolutely. I mean, even this room that we're seeing right now, both runners actually opting for the safer Medusa crit. There is a faster option that tr1sklion often sports in his runs, but choosing a less dangerous approach, perhaps thinking that a death here is quite catastrophic.
And we see the first wiggle. tr1sk got half of it. So, tr1sk is so good at the crusher wiggle that does it during races. I do it during PB attempts and just die. So I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, that attempt at the Crusher scroll glitch will cost him about a second and a half, so he just extended the deficit a little bit, but both runners are quite consistent at the Medusa crit here. You get C2 get it, and Trisk gets it. So no additional time loss there, which is good.
Yeah, I'm seeing Retro Dismiss point out that frame rule save from 5 into 6 is impossible. I totally agree with that. And when I was trying to get a clip of that for the wiki, I posted something that was close, and SPD Wolf said, "That's fine, but that's not the frame rule save, right?" And I said, "Fine, I'll go clip Captcha or somebody who's good at that silly trick." So
it's deceptively tight. Like it's a lot of execution to get about a quarter of a second, and when it's done, and when you get it, oh man, it feels great.
So both players going for the faster Fleeman boost. tr1sklion getting that potion drop in that room. I didn't see a bag, so he might still be in. Yeah,
We got a potion but no bag, so tr1sklion actually in an unfavorable items position. I think I guess he's just not going to try to move the item table, saving hearts. tr1sklion, I will say, notably has, like when all things go right, I think has a bit of an edge in level 3 over tr1sklion in that he goes for some of the tighter strats, like that stage 7 with the potion in it. And this the way he does the bridge in this section, tr1sklion goes for a strat that saves about a second versus tr1sklin's very safe and very predictable Ouija strat.
He just did get the rosary drop in stage 8, so there must have been a bag there that we missed.
Yeah,
and that was first rosary. So tr1sklion is going full God Bridge, named for tr1sklion because there we go. He's kind of a god at this game, but
got the 2 items needed there for the best pattern God Bridge, and also the additional 3rd item. So he's
interesting.
Yeah, I think we got a little feed issue on tr1sklin's side.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Okay, feed just caught up. We just assumed that fight went perfectly for tr1sklion, and we'll move on to stage 3. Stage 4, sorry. All right.
Yep. So Cave Skip, let's see. So Cave Skip used to be like the huge kind of race. Did you get this or did you not? And we'll see. tr1sklion looks good. tr1sklion is doing some.
tr1sklion looks like maybe a little bit of nerves there.
Yeah.
He typically goes for long whip. At least I've seen him go for long whip in race settings. He missed like the first whip. His 3 setup whips looked a little shaky, maybe just a little. I'm thinking just a little bit of nerves there. So that's going to be definitely in favor of tr1sklion. A deficit of about a swing of about 7+ seconds for tr1sklion there.
7 seconds, and also we'll note that he was slightly ahead due to the level 3 already. So at level 3 and that crusher attempt. So. tr1sklion making it through Fleeman Alley. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, both with a pretty clean Fleeman Alley there.
I have to watch my commentator's curse before I thought he was a little bit farther in there, and so I extended my syllables, and that all works. So let's see. tr1sklion is super consistent at the Frank crit. So let's see if he gets it.
Ooh, looks like he overstepped the picks a little bit, tried to compensate with a further walk back to the left, but just didn't quite get the crit. tr1sklion, on the other hand, gets it. All right, so that is a little bit of time made up in tr1sklin's favor, about 2.5 seconds.
Yep, so it's going to come down to level 5. If you're just tuning in, we're going to say that a bunch probably before we say it's all going to come down to Dracula, but that's kind of the deal here. So
He's not going for a more standard approach to level 5. tr1sklion going to show off some wiggles. We get the just wrong block. That is a successful scroll glitch. However, it is 1 block lower than what he wanted, so unable to make use of the stage 13 glitch.
It's not over by any means, because Triss can still go for, say, advanced 14 or even a pretty fast 14 and catch up. But that's definitely a big lead. So
yeah, still plenty of time to make up here for Triss. Looks like we have another feed issue on tr1sklion, but I believe it's getting worked out.
And I did see tr1sklion warming up with what we're calling the race 14, which is actually something Triss came up with, but wiggling a block out of the wall, heading towards stage 15 instead of behind you. So we'll see if he goes for that. He was hitting it pretty consistently, actually, so we'll see.
And there he goes, going for it, and does not get it. But as you can see, a very quick recovery there. Triss also does not seem to get the race save 14, but if you did notice, Triss did get a wiggle on the top platform as he was making his way into that section, so that is a little bit of a time save for him.
Oh, interesting. He got the top drop?
Yes.
Nice. Interesting.
Yeah, what has now been dubbed the advanced 14 skip is actually a combined effort of 3 separate scroll glitches to save like a combined time of close to 12 seconds, I want to say. Maybe, actually, no, way more than that. Goodness, way more than that. It's a lot. I can't even do the math right now.
Oh boy.
Triss having...
Oh no.
When things go awry, they really hurt, and this is possibly one of the most costly places to take a death. No longer have that holy water that is so crucial to running this game fast. We now are resorting to cross strats, trying to build up a double as he goes. He's gonna have to pick up this meat as well.
If you were born of a certain time and played this as a child, every nightmare of this level is coming back if you're watching Trisk's screen. This hallway without the holy water is impossible. So we'll see what happens here. tr1sklion, meanwhile, moving along the Bat Bridge. If anybody got to this one and you didn't know as a kid, you just keep moving, which is actually kind of super funny and genius, but... yikes. Oh, wow. Whew. That was scary. That was scary.
Triss going into death with crosses, but no hits to give. We'll see what happens here. If tr1sklion is paying attention, which it looks like he is taking the meat, he has a very comfortable lead that just got a bit more comfortable. Oh, death is not easy. Goodness.
Nope. And when you're behind on a PB attempt or whatever, and you're just like, well, I'm 20 seconds out of it, and you die to death and decide to keep going, it's free. When you're in the middle of a race and you're like, oh, I could really use this first try, it's never free, of course. So
yeah.
Let's see, tr1sklion on to Drac.
Yeah, this kind of situation can happen to any runner at any given time during this stage or in any race. I've seen it happen to so many people. It's crucial to have these backups in place because you still want to keep going because you never know what's going to happen. However, it looks like tr1sklion is gonna seal this one away. Right there.
Great cookie monster fight. Yep.
Yep.
GG to tr1sklion.
That's going to be one in the books for tr1sklion.
And that looks like it's a 12:48.48, so 12 minutes. Is he going off of, I don't know what tr1sklion is doing. Is that the race timer?
I think he has his own personal timer, but he's starting it at the same time that the racetime.gg clock would start, so right at the pressing start on the screen rather than waiting for first movement as we do in like RTA.
Gotcha. So that's still minus 9.53 or something like that.
For RTA purposes, if you're gonna like if you're gonna like time that for like a leaderboard run, that would be like about a 11:52 ish.
Tris going for wiggles here. Look at this.
Little desperation play there. I think he realizes the race has been long over and is now going. Yeah, looks like he went ahead and forfeited. So we will get a second race going on here. Taking a death there in 5 is really just, it can be pretty demoralizing, right? Because it's such a steep climb to come back from.
I wouldn't wish that upon anybody except for when I'm racing them and I'm trying to win. But yeah, it's horrible. it's the worst thing ever. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I am seeing in chat folks are saying that's nerves. Obviously, first run is always kind of goofy, I think, for everybody. So I'm sure we're gonna see slightly different stuff for the various racers from here on out. So we'll see. In the meantime, we get to listen to, what is this track? Out of Time, I think is what it's called, right?
Yeah, Out of Time, the level 6 music. One of my favorites, actually.
You don't hear it as much. I guess you hear it along the Bat Bridge, but like, you kind of breeze through level 6 pretty quick. So
yeah, usually when I'm in this section of the game, I can't hear the music because all I hear is just like the blood in my ears from like my pulse just... very very nervous, like knowing about what's about to happen, so I can't hear anything. Exactly. Yeah, it's too bad that this one you don't hear that much, and then Walking on the Edge we get to hear like the intro because of Cave Skip, and then it goes back to Stalker, which, by the way, Stalker, poll in chat, Stalker's the best song. I'm not wrong. Thanks. Everybody agrees. Look at that. Awesome. So, yep. Level 2's music is the best in this game. So. Very atmospheric. Very different from a lot of like the high energy ones that you see throughout the rest of the game. Yeah. Look at our skeleton friend. He's just sitting there. He's getting close too. You have to appreciate it. He's trying his best. He really is. He's got very limited AI, and he's just like, why? I need this guy to walk a little bit farther forward. Really trying to earn that promotion from Dracula. They look, those skeletons, they look so cute when they're like safe and from a distance, and they can't ruin your day. Yeah, if you keep them at arm's length, maybe whip's length, a little further maybe than that, then yeah, they're nice little guys. They're not too bad. We'll say it that way. Yeah, that one in the next screen on top is the run killer, as you're talking about, where oh my goodness. All the blood's in your ears, and then you're just like, why are you walking away from me? Oh, and you threw a bone. Oh, thank you. Now I have to go get the meat. Thank you. That's beautiful. Yeah, he's a slippery little one. Like he'll run away from you, and then you just can't catch him. Especially if you never take the long whip. Yep. So what do you think? I think probably we're going to see Cave Skip and stuff like that from Trisk on this one. I'm guessing that was just nerves. I'm not sure what happened. I think I saw 2 whips. Like, I think he messed up the whip buffer on that. I think so too. Yeah, I saw him. He got a 1 whip and then a little bit of a walk and a 2nd whip. And I think what he was trying to do is actually so there's 3 whips that don't have to be in like complete succession. You can, as long as you just get 3 whips worth of time loss while you're moving, you're on the right cycle. So I think what he was trying to do was get the 2 whips where he had them, pick up the watch, and then get like a 3rd whip on that little small platform, and then do the jump. But I think it just sort of got away from him. Taking a knockback there, going for, are we calling that like the TAS whip upgrade at this point? That's where it came from, right? K-Mac pulled that from the TAS. I honestly couldn't tell you that. Maybe I haven't done my history on that one.
I remember that was the thing, I think. But yeah, something like that.
If there
But
was a
taking a
place to pull
knockback.
strats from.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And by the way, folks in chat, if you were unaware, there was a new task just posted the other day for this game, so it's pretty bonkers if you haven't seen it yet.
Oh, absolutely. If you think scroll glitches are kind of crazy in Castlevania PB attempts right now, you should definitely check out what the Taz is doing. They've gone a little wild with it, which I love personally.
Yep, it was it's Challenger, and then I'm gonna totally mess up the other Tasser's handle. But my understanding is they actually threw sort of like a bot at it to try and determine all the possibilities. So tr1sklion getting the back crit, Trisk getting a really good backup fight. So that's gonna keep Trisk within, you know, whipping distance, I guess. Long whipping distance, maybe. We'll go with that. So, you know, nothing too bad. The other place to really, that, you know, absolutely is kind of unfortunate is if the bat gets loose during a race. That's never a good time. So, but moving through level 2 here with the best song, like we established earlier. Let's see. I think tr1sklion got that frame rule. Let's see if Trisk does. This is essentially a free frame rule if you play it right. So that's why you kind of look at it. But it's easy to jump into the door or do some other goofy stuff and just lose a quarter of a second or something around that.
I was looking around trying to find the controls to designate stars.
That's okay. All right, so moving through stage 6. Let's see if Trisk goes. He's gonna do it again. There's a duck on that first one, so I'm not sure. Got part of it again.
Yeah, that's a really finicky trick. What Trisk is going for there, if you're unfamiliar. He's trying to do very precise turnbacks at specific points under those crushers to manipulate the blocks ahead of him. Doing so successfully would significantly shorten the amount of time it would take to get to Medusa. So it's worth going for. It costs about 1.5 seconds in order to save approximately 10 seconds. So it's a very big. It's a small risk for a very big reward.
Yeah, that was a put recently into the world record earlier this year by JC, who came back to the game, took a look at the scroll glitches that folks were doing, and both you and tr1sk and a few others kind of have sped this up with what we're calling the wiggles, and also that, you know, the scroll glitch they're going for right there actually isn't in the task. There's a different one, but the task one is kind of crazier to pull off. It involves the end of stage 5 as opposed to stage 6 there. tr1sklion getting kind of a goofy bird pattern, recovered really well there. This screen is awful.
Yeah, this screen can easily be the ender of runs and the ender of races as well. Both runners able to navigate fairly cleanly. Getting through that screen and also the top of 8 up here is a big sigh of relief in a race.
Yeah, definitely. tr1sklion getting the potion. That just makes stage 8, the second half of stage 8, super nice and comfy. Trisk doing the same.
Yeah, that's a big sigh of relief whenever you can get that potion in it.
Yeah. It's funny because it's one of those things. I think it was Trisk said that, you know, this run is kind of like this rickety old car where you're constantly like duct taping something back on, and that potion drop will be like the thing where it's like for some reason you just won't get it for a week and you're like, can I do this anymore? And then out of nowhere it comes back again. So just kind of the goofiness of speedrunning this game. And it looks like Ouija Bridge for tr1sklion and for Trisk. See if Trisk. Nice. And good fight from both of them. So here we go, and we've got the proper. Is that Super Mario World star? I think it is, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe someone in chat can do some research for us and let us know.
All right, let's see if we get a cave skip from tr1sklion. He did the proper whip buffer here. Let's see if he gets the right freeze. That looks good to me. I didn't see tr1sk's whip buffers, but let's see.
It looked good. tr1sklion got his. tr1sklion beginning his redemption arc. Here we go. We got cave skip, keeping pace with tr1sklion.
Yeah, the only difference right now is back crit and the crusher skip attempt here. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, maintaining that one lead. It kind of emphasizes the the importance of that that early bat crit. If you can get that lead and then maintain it, it can be the decider.
It's a nice little 3 seconds there.
Even though more often than not, races come down to Dracula.
Let's see, good flea finale from both of them. Let's see if tr1sklion gets this Frank crit again, or that he went for last time. Got it. Nice.
Nice crit from tr1sklion. Oh. So tr1sklion actually was on a pixel that required, and I think it's either a frame perfect or it's a 2-frame turnaround input, and what happened there is he actually just framed his left input and his whip, so if you notice, Simon did a little scoot back, which is difficult to do, but it's easy to do when you don't want to do it.
Oh, one of those frame perfect things that you don't want to be
frame perfect mistakes, yeah. Oh. 0 for 2 on scroll glitches for tr1sklion for 13. Oh no, that's... Oh, we have a bit of a double nightmare here. So tr1sklion missed the Fleeman boost, but tr1sklion actually picked up a dagger from this top skeleton. That is going to be a problem.
This is an interesting dilemma. What do you do here? Well, okay, never mind.
This is actually not the worst. I'd say like that sounds like it's definitely it's probably one of the best decisions tr1sklion actually could take, is to take this death here and get the holy water back. I think it actually saves more time than trying to fight death with crosses.
Yep,
or it could. It could. It certainly could.
Yeah, that top skeleton right there is just item drop city for some reason.
Yeah. Death with crosses could go perfectly fine, but it could also, you could be there for minutes, you know what I mean? Another floor drop from tr1sklion. Oh, he's going for the advanced. That's okay. So he got some blocks moving, but just not the ones that he particularly wanted. Going for backup 14. Missed it again. That's as you can see, a very quick check. So like it's a glitch to try to remove a tile from that column right there, and it lets you just walk on through. But you can check the very edge of the screen by just moving past the stairs and seeing if you got it or not. So it's a very quick recovery.
Yeah, it's a smart thing to do for sure. I was just thinking, because I think simultaneously we got CV2 randomizer going on at the same time. And these old games, like, what a bunch of weird stuff. Like, I was watching a CV2 just vanilla run the other day, and just thinking about that. I think it's the first mansion they go into where they use that block to sort of slide themselves to like this spot where they hop into a different mansion and then come back out. And it's just like, just really fascinating how these old games work, and just sort of the weirdness that folks have found in there. So tr1sklion moving through there, no problem. No deaths at death. tr1sklion looks like he's in a good position to do the same. We'll see.
Now, this will bring up an interesting point. Like, it's perfectly admissible for our runners to be watching, the feed to see kind of where the other runner is doing. A lot of runners do it. Some runners do not. tr1sklion typically has not done this. A lot of times people will check kind of at key moments, like end of stages, to see where they kind of stand up against their opponent, and that can inform what strats they may go here for. Like, for instance, in this level, there's a safety meet that costs about 5 seconds to go for. it's a big decision whether you go for it or not, because in one hand there's that time, but also having often 2 extra hits for Dracula can be an absolute deciding factor. So if Trisk is paying attention, I think he definitely goes for the safety meat here, although you could argue that he probably would go for it regardless.
Yeah, no, it's always a tough call. Plus, it's like, you know, how are you feeling about your Drac fights, right? Because anything, if somebody hits a 3 or a 2 cycle, then, you know, if you're going for the safety meat and you're getting a 5 cycle, then that's a lot of time right there. So we'll see. But he did go for the safety meat. And let's see what tr1sklion does. Good reaction there.
Yeah, but exactly. You saw that very bad Fleeman pattern coming at him. He very reactively activated the stopwatch, which was very crucial.
Oh, wow.
Risk going for the 2 cycle, getting the crit. Unfortunately, missed 1 pip of damage on the setup, so instead is going to go settle for a very quick 3 cycle. Has the hearts to finish him off with the Tyson whips.
Woo.
Very great Drac fight from Trisk. That's a GG right there.
Yeah, wonderful Drac fight. GG Trisk. tr1sklion getting a 1, 2, 3, 5 out of that, I think, or 4. Yeah. That was 4.
Oh, did he get a backup crit?
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was off of 3 was, 3 was over all the way to the left, and I think it was the one after that. I could be wrong, but very good fight as well. So GG to both runners. Yep, all tied up. So 1-1, which is very interesting. So I think we're starting to see, Trisk starting to get into his wiggle consistency. So that's interesting to say the least, because the different scroll glitches can save you a lot of time. So we'll see what happens here next.
Yeah, that's that. I think we're definitely getting ready to see some really good Castlevania. I think Trisk is getting a bit more confidence, especially with that win, which. Take a look. Oh, I don't actually have the ratio, but it looks like that was a difference of about 26 seconds. I think wow. I think that's definitely gonna give him a little bit of confident boost going into race 3. Oh, question. I see a question in chat. Why they're called Tyson strats or Tyson whips? So the whip strategy that Trisk was going for, what he's going for is actually going to get a double whip hit on the Cookie Monster, a ascending whip and a descending whip. In order to actually make both of them hit, they have to be double frame perfect. I believe a perfect Tyson fight is something in the line of 12 frame perfect 12 frame perfect whip inputs, which is 1, insane, and 2, more insane to go for in a race, but pretty cool to see. Named Definitely. After the Mike Tyson Punch-Out fight, of course.
Which I didn't get at first. So if you were asking that question in chat, I was with you there. I was so confused why they were naming it after a chicken company. Until SPD Wolf was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm talking about Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Ignore me." But yeah, if you're playing Speedrunner Bingo by the way at home, I think we got in that explanation a lot of stuff in there for you. So frame perfect, double frame perfect. What else did we? I think we're just missing
every buzzword. Yeah,
we're just missing, I think, subpixels and global timers at this point.
Subpixels, something about a bus stop, maybe.
But yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to say, I think I'm not going to see anything. I don't think we're going to see anything drastic strats change. Do you?
No, I don't. I think both runners are I think both of them are going to dig into their respective trenches and just go for what they know they can do and just try to, and part of it is just hope everything goes right, but also kind of trust in their own consistency at this point, because 1 for 1, there's not much to be shaken about. tr1sklion had some unfortunate things happen to him in that race, namely the dagger drop in 5, that's just really a that's really just kind of a heads up situation. So that he may be a bit more sensitive to, you know, skeleton kills, Fleeman kills, stuff like that. Anything that could potentially drop something like that. So that's probably the only real takeaway I think tr1sklion grabs from that.
Yeah, to go back to Mike Tyson's Punch-Out here, really what we have is we have two fighters who are just going to try and out-consistency each other, I think is really what it is, right? Blow for blow here at this point. So it's kind of a little bit of a game of chicken. I'm gonna loop chicken back in here as well because it's just, you know, it's Thursday. I almost called it Friday. It's Thursday evening, and we're swinging for the fences. But yeah, no, I think it'll just be folks are just trying to just play their game and play it well, right? So
absolutely, that's really, in the end, that's all you can really do.
Yeah, but we'll see. It's this run is kind of bonkers at this point. So
Another double bat crit. Beautiful. Yeah, Casey, are you hungry? You bring up chicken a lot.
There's I think it's chicken burrito in the fridge calling my name, but yeah. Yeah, dating. Help me out here. Wow, look at this. Yeah, this is the sync up that we see, which is pretty cool.
You love to see this in a race. We'll see how long it can last. It's inevitably gonna take a turn at the Crushers, no matter what happens.
Yep. And look at this frame rule, grabbing the frame rule, each one. Like it's awesome. It really is. So Chad is informing me bats are the chicken of the cave. Interesting. Like tuna is the chicken of the sea. I got it. Interesting. Let's see. And so this screen that they're leaving right now is what I was talking about before. That's where the task does its scroll glitch. And it actually removes some of the blocks in that upper platform and just goes up that way. Oh boy. Does Trisk get it? Oh. Moving some blocks, but not the right ones, unfortunately.
Yeah. 0 for 3 on Crusher glitch tonight. It's very much a rhythm, you know, like you kind of either settle into it, or like when it's off, it feels off and you know it. So I think that's kind of where Trisk is at right now. He's just trying to figure out exactly what's going wrong with it. And it's just minor adjustments, really.
Oh, I have derailed chat. I apologize. All right. Medusa crits from both runners. This is awesome. But yeah, and actually, there's a good thing brought up in chat. If you do watch the task is actually doing alternating frames of left and right, and it's so quick that you sort of see Simon just slide, say that 5 times fast. It's kind of interesting versus the way we do it. RTA is it's a bit more obvious that you're doing something there. So
actually, note on that, in the updated task, they actually changed the way they did those to mimic a bit more of the RTA style. It actually saves time over the back and forth like 30 hertz movement that they were doing in the previous task, which is pretty cool to see. They're actually able to save time over that task pretty significantly because of that.
tr1sklion playing 7-2 very well. Trisk taking a knockback. tr1sklion getting both potion and money bag. So tr1sklion is on first rosary going into stage 8, which means if correct, he's setting himself up for Godbridge again.
Yeah, there's a little bit of mental gymnastics that's done here, coming from like stage level 1, 2, and 3, wanting to set up a really beneficial situation here in stage 8 for this bird. Okay. tr1sklion got the rosary and was going through just fine, but took a knockback from one of the birds there. It luckily one that landed him on a platform, not one into one of the run killer holes.
Yeah, that gave me a scare. I will say it that way.
Oh, absolutely.
Just rolling the item table here. tr1sklion is one of the best at that. I've seen tr1sklion and I've seen SBD Wolf, I swear SBD Wolf went through the item table like 3 times in level 3. One of his streams, I was just like, I didn't know you could get a drop there. He gets 2, you know. So great mummy fights from both.
Yeah, interesting comment from chat. Yeah, that knockback actually that tr1sklion took is roughly about 1.5 seconds, so it really makes up the time that was lost by tr1sk for going for the crusher glitch. So kind of puts him back in even, but now the difference you're seeing here is just tr1sk's level 3 is a tiny bit cleaner than tr1sk's at the moment, with the difference in strats, you know, Godbridge versus Ouija. Looks like both are set up for a cave skip here. Little adjustment from tr1sk, but nails it. Will he make the raft, though? Okay.
Does he have to kill that the fishman who's just right there?
Yeah, if he did not kill that fishman, he would have taken a knockback.
I didn't know if that was like if that was before or after you jump. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, you want to most of those jumps there. You want to really edge up to the ledge there. Didn't mean to get right up to the ledge of that platform. Words. The English language is often quite difficult when spoken. Yeah, that was a crucial decision made by tr1sk to make sure that he was able to still take the cave skip.
Awesome. And good Fleeman Alley from both. You see tr1sklion goes for the whip strat here of losing a frame to line that bow and dragon up, for tr1sk does the pause buffer. Same idea, just different execution.
Yeah, little stylistic difference. We get another case of the forward whip. The one time you don't want a frame perfect input right there. Not too much time lost there for tr1sk, but it is still going to put a little bit of a gap between tr1sk and tr1sklion. Here comes the stage 5 though. It says stage 13 wiggles. Let's see if we get anything working.
tr1sklion doing the burn the pass strat, which is a great strat. Gives you that lower skeleton to behave, which is awesome. No stage 13 for tr1sk. That's too bad.
Yeah. Great strat there developed by Burn the Pass. It's one of the few instances in this game that we have found where you can actually make skeletons 100% predictable. Usually their RNG is a bit finicky, and you don't always get what you want out of them, even through some manipulations. But that's one of the few areas in the game where we've only experienced good patterns when doing that strat.
Yeah, it's very cool. I can only think of the slight improvement, and I don't even know if it's improvement or just the ability to potentially go faster was the shimmy boost for that screen. Which
oh yeah, shimmy is great. It is infinitely more execution for a few more frames, which is kind of the name of the game when strats like that came out.
Too much speedrunner stuff right there, if you know what I mean.
Fast wiggles from tr1sklion does not get the fast 14. All right, we get a 14 from tr1sk. Watch how tr1sk ties this up. Actually takes a bit of a lead here.
Very interesting.
Quite the time save. That's still only... tr1sk went from being about, I would say, 6 seconds behind to about a second ahead. So it's really... it's a nice cross to see, but it is definitely no buffer for tr1sk. He's still... he's taking the lead, but he's going to have to play pretty well to keep it.
Yep, and as Retrodismus was pointing out in chat, tr1sk had to go stair boss, which is super old school. And he goes just past the stair boss, no issues, but man, that's always nerve-wracking, especially in a race. So.
Absolutely. It's 4-frame window to hit, which feels free in practice, feels routine in a run, feels almost impossible in a race, but tr1sk made it work just fine.
All right, on to level 6. Who's going to take the first lead of this match, I wonder?
Our racers are neck and neck. They got to be thinking. I feel like both runners are watching broadcast at this point, so I think tr1sk knows how close tr1sklion is. A little bit of hiccup in feed from tr1sk. I think we might see a meat skip here.
Well, I think tr1sklion has to skip it at this point, right?
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so little skip in the feed, but we do see that both racers are at minimum health, so there's no meat grab from either of them actually.
Interesting.
It is Drac. Drac is the decider.
The owner of the home that Simon is invading gets to be the decider. So. See how they set up. Oh no.
Knockback from the first fireballs from tr1sk. tr1sklion
Oh.
going for 2-cycle, misses the crit, but gets the 6 health 3-cycle confirm. Very impressive. tr1sklion has Cookie locked in the squatting and not upright position. And is going to take race number 3.
So they are just trading races right now. So GG to tr1sk and GG to tr1sklion. tr1sklion takes the 3rd match and a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, quite literally blow for blow right now. We have tr1sklion striking first, tr1sk answering, tr1sklion reciprocating, and now we're primed for race 4. If this holds up, we'll get 5 races, and that'll be very exciting. So I very much look forward to that.
Could we see 7 races? Maybe even 8. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Is that a new rule we can implement? Has to win by 2, just like tennis rules. We'll just go for 24 hours. That'd be great.
All of the SpeedGaming staff listening to this is like, cut that guy's mic. Absolutely. Who is this?
Get these guys out of here.
They'll start playing the get them off the stage music or whatever.
Oscars music.
The wrap up.
Yeah. Yeah. GG to both of our runners.
One quick note, if you're like me, is tr1sklion has a background that's I think it's some outer space thing, but he has his game feed slightly transparent, and so if you're seeing it, it's not your monitor. Like the first time I watched his stream lately with that going on, I was like, is there something up with my monitor? Like the whole time, and then I realized what was going on. So.
Reminds me of a trapper keeper I think I had back in like middle school or high school. Yeah. That's a really cool effect. I like it.
It is. It totally is. Lisa Frank, right? Lisa Frank was the big trapper keeper artist. I want to say.
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is this more fun to watch than sports? Well, I mean, we're invested, right? So it's fun to watch. I think speedrunning races is a pretty good spectator sport in my opinion. It's exciting, especially with a race format like this. The races are pretty short. It's very easy to blow for blow.
Very easy to go blow for blow. I mean, it's if all goes crazy for I think your average runner, if something goes really sideways, it's 13-minute run, so it's not anything crazy long or anything. I know that there's speed runs out there that are like 5 hours or whatever, which I imagine they don't race those games, but I don't know. Somebody let me know. Maybe they do.
There might be a market for it. Maybe. Maybe.
But yeah, who knows? But yeah, chat, if you want to see us go more sports, I guess Shocker and I could put on the suits and we could get in front of the green screens and do the breakdowns of each trick.
My Don Cherry suit. And is that still relevant? I don't know.
Something like that. I can do my what is it, Chris Collinsworth. He's just always so excited about whatever football team's in the lead, and then the moment the other team takes the lead, he's like, yeah, I've been telling you the entire time the Patriots were going to take this, and then it'll be like, oh no, but the Giants, you can never count the Giants out. I appreciate it.
I think I was chatting with Trisk before this race, and he was asked the question, if John Madden was commentating these races, what's a Maddenism that would be said about racing Castlevania? What do you think?
Oh boy, the first runner to beat Dracula is the one who wins the race. Is probably the most mad. How about you? What's your take on it?
I see what the racers are trying to do. They're trying to get their sub weapons and their hearts and their whips. They're trying to beat the boss before it kills them. Otherwise, that's how they progress through the levels. That's how you win the race.
Yeah, I once had a roommate who used to love to give us sports insights, and one day he said, so the team that plays the best defense and scores the most points is going to win. And the rest of us looked at him and said, Nate, thanks for the insight, bud.
Yeah,
all right, dude.
That's some good Castlevania right there. That's the recipe. Let that simmer on low for good 11 minutes, 12 minutes at a time, and you got some good Castlevania.
Exactly. Race number, what am I taking off?
Race number 4. Race 4.
So I think
after half time, there's about half the race left. That's right. Halfway through the races.
But the thing about speedrunning is it comes down to who just beats the game faster. Chat is the heroes of this one.
It's really about speed when you think about it. Equal parts speed and running. Here we go.
Ooh, tr1sklion picking up an early watch.
Ooh, that's a question. Yeah, is he going to go for it? What do you think?
I don't. Oh no.
Yes. Oh no.
Okay. Okay.
Trisk back for that watch.
Had to go back for that watch. In case folks are unaware, there's no other watch here unless he somehow rolls the item table that much.
Or if you go into DLC, yeah.
tr1sklion hit that.
Yes, he did, I believe.
Oh wow.
Yes, he did. That's an early activation for tr1sklion. That's impressive.
Are we gonna see a full jailbreak in?
Oh, Trisk got it as well. Oh my goodness. Bit of a difference because Trisk didn't have to go back for the watch, but just missed the crit from tr1sklion. But we get a crit from
boy.
He's waiting for the bat to swoop in and reactivating to kill.
Let's focus on that for 1 second. That takes calm nerves there. I would be panicking, running all around the room chasing that bat. That was the smartest play you could do right there from tr1sklion.
Exactly.
Sit there, wait for that guy to come by, wait for him to hit the wall, then activate the watch. Great backup fight.
It's a panic because that like the best thing you can do is sit there and wait for the bat to come back, but you're sitting there and you're waiting and you just feel every second tick away from you, and that can really lead to panic. But that was very, very good, calm, rational, reserved decision.
Yep. Same thing, to be honest with you, going back for the watch. That was a clutch
Huge
play by tr1sklion.
Decision from tr1sklion. Absolutely. It cost him almost 5 seconds, but got the activation, got the crit, and now, almost more importantly, he has the stopwatch to go for Crusher. And if he gets Crusher, that was the best play of the entire race. Here we go.
Yep.
Oh, he got the first half. Did not get the second half. Oh, that was going to be amazing.
Yeah. Oh no!
We have a. What? I was watching tr1sklion. I did not even see what happened on tr1sklion side. I can only assume there was a lag reduction attempt and maybe clip the top of the third Crusher. Maybe
could be something like that.
I know I have died that way. Yep, I can say that for certain.
I took the lag reduction out for 2 months because I kept dying there, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. Whatever,
I saw tr1sklion going for lag reduction earlier, so that's the most feasible explanation I can think of. I may have to go back and see exactly what happened there.
Yeah, I think as Croonan's saying, maybe Beverly Crusher, Masher's mashed instead of no mash.
Yeah. Good thing is that death is not the worst death in the world to take. It's a pretty quick recovery. You have your holy water right there, and it's maybe, I want to say 15 seconds, 20 at most, and you're back in it. It's not the worst place to take a death.
Yep. Trisk having a really good 7-2 actually a second ago. Let's see how this goes for tr1sklion.
Nice whip cancel. I think we'll see a potion here. Beautiful.
Yep.
Do we see it back? Very clean 7-2. He's gonna get the frame roll save here too.
Ooh,
I think so.
That's the toughest one, right?
Yeah, that's a very clean 7-2. That is very, very difficult.
Trisk getting the potion drop in 8. Let's see if tr1sklion gets the rosary drop for 8.
Yeah. Boss crits and fast opening doors are like Castlevania ASMR. I can listen to that all day. Love it.
Rosary drop. Oh man, those whips on those birds that tr1sklion does. Whew. Trisk getting the Ouija bridge. Awesome. Let's see what tr1sklion does. I'm guessing God bridge set up for it.
Right, yeah, we've seen misses the item there. But look at that very clean recovery. Loses hardly any time at all. Very practiced at this strat as tr1sklion.
Wow.
Yeah, we've seen tr1sklion go for these. Well, we've seen both runners go for these item manipulations. Okay, Sarah, can you give us a quick rundown on the item table and exactly what our runners are paying attention to and what they're going for here?
Yep. So basically, it's kind of like a variable that carries over between the different levels, and it has 4 positions total. The programming way to say it is 0 through 3 because 0th place is something as well. Normally, when you have the watch coming out of level 1, if you don't get any other drops, you're going to be on the potion going into level 3. And so you get potion, and then there's a money bag, and then there's 2 rosaries in a row. It's kind of a unique level because I don't think there's another level that has that type of lineup where it's no sub-weapon drops.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you for that explanation, by the way, KCR. And while you were giving us our educational lesson, we saw tr1sklion get a cave skip, and now we're seeing tr1sklion actually missing his. That is a swing I don't think even tr1sklion would have anticipated.
Nope, it's the it's an interesting turn because tr1sklion is super consistent at the cave skip, but hey, we all miss it at some point, right?
Absolutely.
It's just, hate it when it's in a race.
Yeah, it's by no means free, but like typically like runners of this caliber, cave skip is something that almost just feels second nature at this point, and to miss it can actually feel a bit jarring and can kind of mess up your mental a little bit. So hopefully we won't see that negatively impact tr1sklion moving forward.
Trisk getting the Frank crit and his usual prerequisite of a lot of hearts. But they are running the Japanese version, so the countdown is a lot quicker for the hearts, which is good. tr1sklion gets the Frank crit as well. Trisk does not get 13, so he does not extend the lead. So that's a good opportunity for tr1sklion there. We'll have to see what happens here with the rest of Trisk's level 5. Getting fast bone though.
Yeah, good consolation prize for missing that scroll glitch. Now, I don't know if Trisk has noticed the lead that he has over tr1sklion right now, so I don't know if that's going to influence the type of 14 scroll glitch he wants to go for, whether he goes for the big time save of an advanced 14 or just the very safe attempt of a race 14. Be definitely interesting to see.
Ooh. Oh, tr1sklion almost taken one of those bones at the feet.
Yeah, we saw tr1sklion actually skip one of the bone boosts there. I'm guessing to potentially save health.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
3 for 3 on these floor drops. Oh, sorry. Was that? No, I think he missed the last one. So 3 for 4 on these floor drops from Trisk. Going for the full advanced 14. Oh, just missed the column. I think he's going. Yes, he's going to try the column block again. Gets it second try.
It is.
That is still an enormous time save.
And he's hitting that at 8:57, and I don't know what the time is. Normally that door, I usually give it about a minute to get out of level 5, so I don't know with the advanced 14 what that equates to. It's probably 45 seconds, so that's probably, we'll see him maybe like a 9:45 out of 5, which is,
right.
You know, Go ahead.
I was gonna just say, so cutting out that ceiling block allows for that boost to happen, which cuts out the walking back and forth of stage 15, which I think you're about right on that math. I think it would cut out about maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Roughly.
So, and then if that holds true, you know, RTA is minus 9.53 or 5.1, one of the two. So that means that, you know, all goes well. Trisk is on a 3x pace right now, which is pretty crazy. In a race setting, for sure.
Absolutely.
tr1sklion moving into death with 5 hearts. Going for the 4. Ooh.
Amazing. Yeah, that is a very tight death strat there. It's very easy to mess up. I don't recall how much life tr1sklion had going into that. I don't know if he had any hits to give or not. But it's very easy to kind of either miss a whip or just mistime them and take a hit from death as it sort of reactivates.
Yep. And it's interesting because I know that in tr1sklion world record, he went for the 5 water kill. So I kind of always assumed he didn't go for 4, especially in a race setting, but I guess that is not true.
It's definitely a decision to make. Yeah, it's a decision to make at that point. Because I can think of plenty of paces that I've been on that I was like, okay, this is a potential PB pace, and I'll maybe scale back the death fight a little bit just to make sure that I get through it and don't die to it. So I've had a number of cases I can think of where I've could have done a 4 water kill, but opted for 5 or 6.
Oh wow.
Nice 3-cycle crit, backup crit from the 2-cycle setup. And that's a locked Cookie Monster.
Locked-ish Cookie Monster.
Locked-ish. All right, there we go. There we go. We got a cookie kill for Trisk at about 11:42 race time. Gonna go ahead and lock that in as tr1sklion fights Dracula himself. Went for a 2-cycle, let across go. Missed the triple. That's one of the dangers of going for 2-cycle. Oh, gets a very
double.
Yeah, lucky double. Love to see it. Thank you. Sometimes Dracula gives, but often he takes.
Oh, that was such a pro move there too. I think I would have died right there. Like
a little side switch there. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we're seeing some Tyson whips from tr1sklion here. Oh, let him stand up. That's okay, though. Good fight.
GG.
Good fight. And the blow for blows continue. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Take back one. There we go. Okay. We are 4 races down. Wait, what is going on?
There we go.
What is going on?
I think we're good.
Okay. I think we did it.
Yay.
Okay. Hey, we did it. Okay. Okay. So we have 4 races down, each racer taking 2 apiece. We will be going to the 5th and final deciding match for our final of this tournament. That is exciting. Final round, as some may be familiar with. I'm thrilled. This is the best outcome I could have expected coming into this. So.
I totally agree. I'm seeing word from the race time chat that they've both agreed that they are just going to race Silver Surfer as the 5th round.
Perfect.
Exchange games. Yeah.
Ultimate decider, really.
But yeah, no. I think this will come down to what do we see Wiggles wise, right? From both runners. I mean, they've both gone for the race 14 or some of the other ones. So it's again a consistency game. So we'll see. I think they're both pretty on at the moment. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
When you kind of think back of what all's happened so far, this past match or this past race has really been the only one where Trisk really turned up the scroll glitches. He had a couple. He had I think we had we did have a 14 on the previous match, but that really just was a minor kind of catch up to tr1sklion. This is the first one where he really had a lead and really just pushed it beyond, a range that tr1sklion could catch up to. But it's kind of. Most of it has been pretty close play back and forth between the two. Like it's really just been consistency.
Yeah, very what we were all hoping for. Consistency, is just is the race, right? So pretty cool.
Yeah. So you got to think like, is this the race? Is the final race? Is this the one where Trisk like flips the switch and like hits everything, or is this one where tr1sklin's optimizations really come through and gives them the consistency over Trisk. This is classic tale, right? Tale as old as time. Trisk versus tr1sklion.
Exactly, and
at least it will be.
Let's not forget 11:22 without scroll glitches is an insane time. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah, so I just like, it's really a very, very cool, interesting matchup. And if you watch that 11:22, Trisk is actually in the chat, which is funny. There's a bunch of folks in the chat where you're just like, oh, hey, including Evade Captcha as well, who would go on to hold the world record at some point as well. So very, very interesting combo. Let's see.
Getting another feed issue from tr1sklion. That's all right. As we get that back before both runners go into the bat boost room. No early stopwatches from either this time.
They got to find the magic pixel, and what's magic about that pixel? It's not actually magic, it's just in the right place where the correct number of frames has happened for that bat. From the right side of the screen to the left, there's actually other places, but I think it's every 16 frames the game is checking to see if it should do an item drop. Is that correct?
Yes, that sounds correct. And like, if you find that pixel yourself, you can actually stand there multiple times and see all the items that level 1 has to give. It'll start cycling on itself, so you can get an idea of the item table yourself if you're interested. Another set of double bat crits.
Beautiful.
I think we got just another feed issue for Trisk, but both got the bat crit. Both are synced up going into level 2. This has been fantastic.
It really has. I'm trying to think. Stopwatch, Holy Water, Money Bag, Rosary? Is that the first level item table? I think it might be.
I'm sorry. I missed your.
No, it's all good. Yeah, I was trying to think if we stood there for the whole time, everything you would see. Both players getting again that frame roll. I love it. It's such a small time save, but that frame roll is essentially free if you know how to play the previous screen. Yeah, and it's awesome to see.
It's an indication of like really clean play too, because like it's not a terribly difficult a typical frame roll to get, but it definitely means that you didn't make any like hiccups or mistakes in your movement there, which is really cool to see.
Yeah. All right, let's see. We're gonna see a crusher skip again, I think, or an attempt. Let me say it that way. That looks pretty clean. Oh.
Trisk has gotten half of it, I think, 4 times tonight.
Gotten every part.
Yeah. In all attempts tonight, he has gotten a combined 1 successful crusher glitch, just not all of them in the same run.
Yep.
All right. The sync maintains just about 1.5 seconds apart.
Oh,
double crit again.
And those are both. That's the one frame crit, isn't it? Right, both of those.
Oh, I actually wasn't paying too much attention to Pixel there. I will take your word for it though and say absolutely yes.
Yep, just awesome.
Yeah, right now the only separation we're seeing here is just the time it took for Trisk to attempt the Crusher, so about 1.5 seconds.
Which Trisk wanted me to remind folks that anything like that is just a global timer manipulation, which doesn't apply to this game, but we'll keep going with that. So.
It's a running joke some of us have in the community that any mistakes we made is just a global timer manip. There is no global timer in CB1.
Wow.
Another very clean stage 7 from tr1sklion, and gets the frame roll save again.
I don't know if I saw a money bag. I was watching Trisk also,
I think I saw the 100 pop up
okay.
right at Simon's feet for tr1sklion, so I think he should be on first rosary right now. Dang global timer minutes, let me tell you.
Yeah, we're just honoring our friends in the Ninja Gaiden 1 community when we joke about the global timer. Trisk on money bag, so he's taken that intentional hit to just walk through the. I think it's called the Dragon Cannon officially in the manual.
Isn't that the actual name of it?
Something like that, yeah. I looked up the manual the other day. Don't ask why, I was bored. But...
That's wild. I've always called them Bone Towers, but that's a much cooler name.
Yeah. It's a very heavy metal game if you think about it for a second. Yeah. Both players both players doing some interesting stuff here in 9. I think Trisk is going to get a full Ouija Wii. tr1sklion goes to the left. Takes care of the mummies with no issue.
It looks like tr1sklion was going for God Bridge again, but I believe missed the item, so went for his recovery strat, which worked out pretty well.
And
Dragon Skull Cannon. That's even better.
That's even more metal. Yep.
Yeah, that's even better. Learn something new every day, let me tell you.
Let's see what happens here, because this was a turning point before. I'm not going to say anything more, but cave skip.
I looked a little low for tr1sklion. I think I saw a slight pause buffer, corrected it. I looked a little high for tr1sklion. Oh, saved it.
Wow. Ooh.
Saved it. Oh my goodness. Both saved their respective cave skips in different ways. Very cool to see. Oh, potion drop from the bat right there. I don't know if you saw that on tr1sklion side.
But he avoided it?
He avoided it, yes. So tr1sklion is on axe here, though. I believe tr1sklion, even though he has long whip, is going to do short whip strats here. Let me see. No, he's going for long whip, but feels confident in his ability to not manip items. Very well done.
Trisk, meanwhile, getting every big heart. I'm sorry, Trisk, if you'll watch this later.
Trisk, the heart collector there.
Oh boy. Yeah. So Trisk seems to get on sort of the rhythm of the frame where you just continuously get the big hearts, which is interesting. I've done it myself too. It's easy to do.
It's just once one heart comes, like the rest of it just starts pouring, and like you're just like, please stop. It's still better than seeing sub weapons though, so I guess Trisk will probably take it.
Double Frank crit. You love to see it.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's been a little variance, between both runners and like how they get from like screen to screen, but the Madden moments are at least like they're measuring up. We're seeing bad crits, we're seeing Medusa crits, we're seeing Frank crits, but
oh no.
We had the dreaded party block from Trisk. Oh no. He's off pixel. So that particular block that he is getting there, he just avoids it completely by going up the stairs. That's probably smart. Oh no!
Oh boy!
The blocks that you're seeing from Trisk there are a result of starting the wiggle sequence about, like, I think even just 1 frame late, which is pretty devastating. He had to actually go back to the beginning of the stage and sort of let the scrolling mechanism reset those tiles so he could even progress. Because if he tried to actually jump on that tile, Simon gets stuck in like this really weird like up and down kind of jittery motion that you're actually soft locked in unless something like a Fleeman or a Bone knocks you out of it. So that's very troublesome.
What is really cool is the TAS actually uses the party block and the correct block, but jumps up before you get locked into the soft lock, and then boosts, I believe, off of a Bone or a Fleeman. I can't remember. So
yeah, it's pretty cool to see. We call it the party block because when you jump on there, Simon just starts partying uncontrollably. Oh, can Trisk make up some time here?
Wow.
I think he can. It's I don't think it's going to be. It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
I think it's really close.
tr1sklion still going to have a lead after this, but it's going to be greatly diminished. Maybe just
crazy.
This is what you want to see here for the final match. Yeah, Trisk just took like probably a 20-second deficit down to like maybe a 5-second deficit. That's insane.
That is so crazy. Wow.
Again, all right. I'm not going to say anything yet.
Yep.
All right, we got clean death kill from tr1sklion and a clean standard 6 kill from Trisk. It is again down to Drac. It comes down to Drac.
The myth, the legend, Dracula. It all comes down to.
Yeah, it's fitting. This is his game, right? So this is what we're here to do.
The one ROM hack I wish we'd see is somebody puts the Bram Stoker Dracula hair piece, from the I think it's like the '94 movie or whatever.
The Gary
Dracula.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Amazing hair.
Yeah. Unforgettable, really. Seared in your brain when you see it. All right.
Let's see. tr1sklion moving into 17.
It's close. It's a real decision here to take me. Let's see what tr1sklion does. He goes for it. Okay. Oh no, Trisk. What do you? Oh
wow.
Oh,
okay.
What a decision. He was going for the 17 scroll glitch as a sort of a Hail Mary, I think. Oh, okay, doesn't get it, and because of that, he used the hearts to avoid taking damage there, so he has to be really slow with the bottom of stage 17. That was definitely a decision, a very ballsy decision, if I may say.
It was a decision. I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, if it worked, it would have been amazing. But gutsy, yes, gutsy. Probably a bit more family appropriate. I think both runners opting for not a 2 cycle. I think both of them got the high fireball pattern. Both of them with 5 cycles.
Oh no.
Trisk, no. Takes the death. Oh, that's gonna be it. That's gonna decide it unless something crazy happens. That's a dead cookie. Okay. I didn't want to jinx it. But... All right.
GG tr1sklion.
What an outstanding finish to this tournament. That was incredible. That was a nail biter going into level 6. Yeah, GG's to tr1sklion. Trisk looks like it's gonna finish this one out, which is great. Let's see a conclusion here. Doesn't
very
get
close.
That's okay. Good, clean, standard 5 cycle, which one of the handiest backups you can have in your arsenal is just a standard 5 cycle kill on Dracula. Getting some nice Tyson whips in there. Ooh, we got about 3 of them, I think. Well done.
Nice. GG tr1sklion.
GG tr1sklion indeed. That is gonna do it for our. Let's see. Trying to think what we have to do.
So Two Snake takes the win. Pretty
Yes.
crazy.
Yes. Great win for Two Snake for the tournament.
Yep. I do see Trisk popping into voice chat. Maybe we'll get Two Snake as well.
Let's see. Yeah, we'll do a quick little wrap up for our tournament with our runners as soon as they join in. Yeah, I don't think we could have asked for a better final match between these two. Really going blow for blow.
I'm gonna say this is every one of these tournaments we go, man, that was a crazy finale, huh? And then like the next one, there's a crazier finale. So I don't know what's going on anymore. It's awesome.
Hey, if we can keep topping all of our finales, I'll take them.
Hello.
Two Snake.
Trisk, GG's. That was
very
intense.
very good matches.
Oh my god, that last race, I was like, I've got such a lead, and then you hit that Gangster 14, and you were right there with me again. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, I got stuck. I got stuck on 13. I probably should have quit on the first one, but I kept getting the party block. But it got me to try going for the YOLO 17, which didn't pan out. But
Yeah, I saw you go for the YOLO 17.
Yeah, that was quite an exciting finish, and I know Trisk, you were just trying to make it a bit more exciting by getting the repeated party blocks. I'm sure that was planned just to add to the excitement in the air, and I do appreciate that.
you can, yes, 13 is my favorite scroll glitch.
Yeah, well done, both of you, and congratulations, Two Snake, on the win. This was an absolutely exciting finale to watch. Casey and I were kind of just, we're just gunning for the next race each time, just going blow for blow for both of you, and it was just, it came out to be like probably one of the more satisfying finales that I could have hoped for. So great job to both of you. Thank you for racing.
Good, glad to hear it.
Trisk, were you watching the restream or Two Snake's feed?
This was the first time, actually.
Yeah.
At least in this set of tournaments, which was less stressful than I thought. It worked out pretty well.
Interesting. Okay. And then Two Snake, I know in the past at least you watch, but were you watching Trisk's feed?
I was watching Trisk feed. It seemed like the tournament had a delay on it, so I wanted the real time news, and it actually got me killed in race 4 in the Crushers because I was too busy watching his screen to see if he got the stage 6 Crushers skip.
I was going to ask about that. I was watching Trisk's attempt at Crushers, and I looked back and I saw that you had died. I wasn't sure exactly what happened there.
I was also watching Trisk Crushers.
Very nice.
Awesome. I just have to ask, when Trisk hit the advanced 14 there in that last race and almost caught immediately up, I mean, how were you holding that together, Two Snake? Because that was totally crazy, because he was essentially stuck in 13 forever there, and I imagine you were like, okay, cool, like, here we go,
Yeah, so after I killed Death, I glanced over at his screen. During the countdown, I glanced over at his screen, and he's rolling into death. So when my screen goes black, I start counting in my head, and when his screen goes black, I'm 8 seconds ahead, and I'm like, okay, this isn't really a comfortable lead if every Dracula cycle is 3 seconds, right? So that's the difference between a 3 and a 6 cycle, right? Which are both very common in races. So I told myself, I'm like, do I go for the meat? Do I not go for the meat? And I told myself I'm not going to go for the meat. And then I stopped, it was decided, so I stopped thinking about it, and my subconscious brain was like, actually, we're getting the meat right now, and I'm like, holy crap, okay, sure.
And then you had, and I'm trying to remember which race it was, you had almost a jailbreak, and then the bat got loose on you. Have you, I haven't seen where you hung out, and I was telling Chakra, I was like, the nerves of steel to stay where you were, to get the bat to come back, and then freeze the bat in the right place. Have you practiced that, or was that just on the fly?
No, it was on the fly, but when I missed the big heart on the way, I don't know. I guess I was probably watching Trisk stream again. It was the same race, I'm mostly just watching Trisk gameplay and glancing over and doing stuff when I need to, and I completely forgot usually you don't have to get the big heart because usually you don't get the stopwatch trick at the beginning of stage 2. So I wasn't really thinking about it. I missed the big heart, and right after I walked by it, I was like, oh crap, I missed the big heart. But you can't really turn around and get it, else you'll mess up the bat's pattern. So I was like, okay, I've hit the crit every other race, so I'll probably miss it now, and I did. And I went ahead and had a plan of getting the big heart from underneath the stairs and just hoping that he comes back in some amount of time. He took his time, but he came back eventually, so that was good. I was lucky to be able to freeze him where he was, because it was just like you're kind of asking. It was just completely random. It was just whatever it wanted to give to me, I was going to take, and it gave me something pretty decent, actually.
Yeah, I was very impressed with that. Trisk, 17.
Was that, going for the 17 YOLO?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that, I didn't know the exact timing. I knew tr1sklion was ahead, and Dracula for Dracula, I thought there's a higher probability he's going to hit Dracula than me, and I thought he was going to skip the meat. So I thought, there was part of me that was like, you know what? Is this I had this movie picture in my head of making the 17, which didn't quite pan out, but I'm still happy I went for it.
I'm happy you did too. It was funny, you I think you died somewhere in level 5 in the first race, and I'd finished, and you're like, hold on. In the race time chat, you're like, hold on, I just gotta try one more thing, and I was like, oh, he's gonna try the 17. I glanced over it. Yeah, you're pushing for it.
One day that'll be in a tournament.
Yeah, I think on the same race that the bat got away on tr1sklion, I noticed on Trisk's run, dropped the stopwatch from a ghost, and tr1sk actually went over it and had to go back and pick it up.
Yeah, that was
you were halfway up the stairs when that happened.
That was the worst jailbreak ever, actually, because I deliberately was like, it was a mistake. I was thinking I really don't want the stopwatch in stage 1, because then I'm gonna probably try to go for it in 2 and get stuck in 2. So I was kind of doing stage 1 in sort of a dumb way. And then it dropped the heart, and then the stopwatch, and then it occurred to me a little late, wait, I need the stopwatch. And so I kind of went back, and then I felt I was behind enough to go for the stage 2 one.
Yeah, when that happened, I saw it happen, and as I'm looking over it, I hit the activation, and I get the stopwatch trick, and I'm thinking I'm not even sure if tr1sk will go for it. I was like, this is such a huge lead. I'm so lucky. And I glance over, and you also got the stopwatch trick. I'm like, okay, the game is afoot.
Yeah, you guys both actually synced up a number of times in a lot of key areas. In that section, even though there's a little bit of difference, you both hit the stopwatch. There's several races where both of you bat crit, both of you Medusa crit, both of you Frank crit. It was just really just back and forth, blow for blow. That was really fun to watch.
Yeah, tr1sklion is so first of all, your 7-2 consistency was unreal. You were just always potion money bag, into first rosary there, and then you kept going for Godbridge. Is that your normal race strat?
I think so, especially this deep in the tournament. I didn't have an easy round this entire tournament. So I think when you and I played KCR, I think I was more rusty than I am now. So I think I was sticking to Godbridge. I never go the safe 7-2 strats because I feel comfortable enough with the stage, or even if I have to kind of do the somewhat clunky but normal strats, I feel fine with it. But I was definitely going Godbridge against you, but I had been de-rusting both of those screens quite a bit lately, so I felt pretty comfy with it. When I grinded the game back in the day, Ouija Bridge wasn't really a thing, so I was kind of already comfy on the so-called normal strats for that screen, with no manipulation at all. So I figure if I don't get the god items, then I'll just fall back to the classic strats. Except there was one race where I knew I had the money bag, and I wasn't very de-rusted on the calling the money bag off the first bird and the rosary off the second bird. So I fell back to Ouija strats at that point.
Actually, a bit of an interesting question. I think a lot of us here, we're pretty comfortable with we do a lot of race. We've done a lot of races for quite a while. We've consistently done the best of 3 format. How do you all feel about best of 5, and how it kind of changes up the a bit of the mental throughout the entire match? What do you think is good or bad about it?
I have an alert right now. If you want to go first, Tr1sk, I can't hear anything.
Sure. So just for myself, I enjoyed it a little better in terms of at least there's sort of kind of a lot of nerves in the beginning, and so it's nice having a little bit more like look you any run there can some dumb thing can happen. So I feel like it gets a higher probability of kind of the right outcome and stuff like that. So I like it.
Yeah, I think I like it too. I think I was actually chatting about this in my chat the other day, maybe before our races, Chakra. In a reality where people aren't very good at getting the scroll glitches consistently, I think the time will come, but we're not quite there yet. I think the two of you are two of the best in the world at it, and I don't know. I heard that Trisk got Crusher glitched like 11 times in a row the other night, but from what I've seen, it seems like you're batting maybe 300 or something on them, right? So I figure in a best of 5, a best of X, the bigger X is, I think the better it gives the better a chance it gives the person that isn't going for as many scroll glitches, because like 1 or 2 races you can get, I don't know, I don't like to use the word lucky, but like it may come together for you. Right. If somebody's going for these risky strats that are, high expected value, because they don't take very much time to go for, like a second or two, like if they have high expected value, but they have a success rate that's relatively low compared to other strats, it seems like if the best of X, if the X is larger, as long as that, probability of success on any of those tricks is like relatively low, then it seems to serve the person that's not going for them and is just going to stick to the fundamentals.
Yeah, it seems to kind of even out the explosiveness of them a little bit. I would agree with that.
All my 14 backups felt good tonight, and except one of them, and I didn't get any of them. So that was I had like a good grip like ritual, after the knight and the red skeleton. I had like a good setup to just kind of like shift the controller in my hand during a jump, and every time there was one where I missed the third wiggle. I just didn't tap down on the right part of the D-pad hard enough, but all the other ones felt really good, and I was surprised that none of them connected.
Are you having fun with that trick yet, tr1sklion?
I don't know. I'm at a point now where it's like, do I just say, okay, I'm good on Castlevania and go play something else, or do I go all in on it? Because that's what it's going to take, I think, is basically going all in on Castlevania, because the tricks are so demanding.
Yeah, it's really been super interesting to see kind of the different, and I know why Trisk went for that 17 based off of that crazy 14 catch up. Like you said, Trisk, like a movie type of situation, so it would have been pretty crazy had you hit 17 there. I don't know, would that have put you right ahead of tr1sklion at that point, Trisk?
Well, it would have been close. I think it says like 6 or 7 seconds.
I think it would have been pretty well caught up to even almost. It
Crazy.
would have been crazy, yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, thank you everybody again thank you for the racers. Thank you for SGL for putting this on, all the administration staff in the background. This has been a fantastic experience. I hope we get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Good game, Trisk. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Thanks, and GG.
GG.
And also thanks, Chakra and KCR for the great Well, I didn't hear, but I'm assuming great commentary.
I threw out the global timer for you, Trisk.
Okay, it's out there. Truth is out there. Thanks, guys.
Truth is out there. Oh dear.
All right, thank you everybody. Any closing remarks, Casey, or anything you want to add?
Nothing besides thanks SpeedGaming. This was awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful evening and look forward to our next tournament.